This video is for class 6 from the chapter 8, The Habitat of the Living. Hello student. Um, Today we are starting with the chapter 8, The Habitat of the Living. So we can see on the screen. Okay, so in this chapter will be the learning objectives, or what we learn from this chapter is we know about a habitat and its types. So there are different types of habitat in which the living organism they survive. So we learn about each habitat and its type. And next one is the components of a habitat. In that we will learn about all the different living and non-living things. And after that, next objective is the adaptation in terrestrial habitats. So we'll learn about all the adaptation, how the animals have adapted themselves in their environment, how they have adapted. We'll learn about it. In the last one is we learn about adaptation in aquatic habitats. So we learn about all the animals and living organisms that are living in water. Okay, we'll start with the chapter. Okay, first we'll start with the introduction. So what are the habitats? So all organisms, whether plant or animals, need food, a place to live, and other things like water, oxygen from the surrounding. So I've already read from the screen. So you can see in the screen also. So all the an organism, they require food, they require a place to live, and all the other components like water and oxygen to survive. So you can see in the screen also. And next one is everything that surrounds living things and affect their growth and development is called environment. So the everything that is present in and around an organism, they are called environment. So word environment means to surround. Word environment means to surround. So both living thing and non-living things are part of the environment. So both living thing and non-living thing are the part of environment. Okay, next topic, that is habitat, living place of an organism. So habitat, so what do we understand the habitat is? It is the natural surroundings where a living organism lives is called its habitat. So the natural surroundings, so where the animal or the organism is living, so that all the surrounding, so where all the surrounding is called the habitat of an organism. Okay, in simple words we can also call it a home. You can see in the screen in the first point, and in the second point, habitat provides an organism with everything it needs to survive: food, shelter, and proper climatic condition. So habitat provides organism with everything it needs to survive. So for example, it needs food, shelter, and proper climatic conditions. So animal or the organism is provided with all these components from the habitat it lives. So, pond, rivers, forests, trees, deserts are some of the habitats. So some of the habitats, common habitats we observe in the nature is pond, rivers, forests, trees, desert, and all some of the habitats. So these are some of the habitats that we find in nature. Next one, animals like fish and plants like lotus live in water, in a pond or river. So animal like fish. So these are all the organism or living thing that lives in the water or aquatic habitat. Next one is squirrels and monkeys live on trees. The squirrels and monkeys, they live on trees. So they are arboreal in nature. So they live above the ground. So they live on the trees. So these are the example of habitats. Animals like camel and thorny plants like cactus live in dry condition in the desert. So in the desert, it is the terrestrial kind of habitat. So these animals like camels and plants like cactus. So these are the these are the animals and plants, these are the example of animals and plants that live in the dry conditions, that is in desert. Okay, now we'll start with the next topic, that is type of habitats. So you can see on the screen, so living things live on land, in water or on trees. So living things, they live on different type of habitat, that is on land, in water or on trees. So these are all the type of habitats. These are all the in the place where the living thing survives. The next one is based on these habitats are of following types. So we can, based on these animal living on land, on water or on trees. So based on this we can divide the habitat into different types. So first one is terrestrial habitat. So we can see in the screen, first one is terrestrial habitat. So terrestrial habitats consist of habitats on land like forest, grasslands, desert and mountains. So these habitat, terrestrial habitat is the habitat that is present on land. So it consists of habitat on land like forest, grasslands, desert and mountains. So the organisms that live on land like cow, horse, lion, elephant, camel and tigers are terrestrial organisms. So these are all the different types of animals which live on the terrestrial habitat. They live on the land. So we can see in the picture also some of the picture of animals, a picture of an elephant, cow and tiger. So these are all the different types of animals that is living on the land. So next one is number 2, that is aquatic habitat. So in aquatic habitats include habitats in water like ponds, lakes, rivers and oceans. So this aquatic habitat, it is present in the water. So it includes habitat that is in water like ponds, lake, rivers and oceans. Okay, organisms that live in water like fish, lotus, water lily, water chestnut are aquatic organisms. So these are all the organisms. Okay, these are all the organisms like fish, lotus, water lilies, water chestnut and aquatic organism. So these are all the different types of animals and plants that are living in the water. So we call them aquatic habitat. So we call these are aquatic habitats. So and we call these animals are aquatic animals or aquatic plants. Okay, you can see in the picture. First one is water hyacinth and water lily. These are the example of plant. These are example of plant living in aquatic habitat. And next one is organism in aquatic habitat. So that is fish and ducks. So all these organism or animals, they live in the water or aquatic habitat. Okay, next one is, third one is arboreal habitat. So arboreal habitat includes habitat on trees. So these are all the different. This is the habitat which is above the ground on the trees. So all these organisms, all the animals or the plant that is living above the ground on trees. So this type of habitat we call it arboreal habitat. Organisms that live on trees like monkeys and squirrels are arboreal organisms. So we call this type of organism arboreal organism, and this type of habitat we call it arboreal habitat. Okay, now next topic, that is component of a habitat. Components of a habitat. A habitat consists of two main components. These are, first one, living component, also called biotic component. So these are all the living thing. These we can collectively call living things. And second one is non-living component, also called a biotic component. So abiotic components includes all the non-living things that are present in the environment. So like water, soil, everything else. Biotic components include plants and animals, and abiotic components include rock, soils, air, water, light and temperature. So these are all the non-living thing component or non-abiotic component of the environment. So these are the living biotic component and abiotic component are the components of habitat. So these are all in this topic. Habitat, and next topic, that is habitat and adaptation. the plants and animals living in different habitat are not same. So we know that plants and animals living in different habitat, they are not same. So if we take an example of polar bear and camels, so we can understand by looking at them that they are not same. So they differ by living in different habitats. So by their physical appearance also we can confirm that they are different. So they have adapted according to their habitat. So if we take an example of cactus and camel, so they live in the desert. So we know that by looking at them, they have adapted themselves to live in the dry condition. And next one is, we can take example of fish and water lily. So they live in these organisms, or this plant or an animal, they live in the water. So they have adapted to live themselves in water. So they have developed their organs in such a way that they can survive in the water or aquatic habitat. So the presence of features or certain habits which help an organism to live in a particular habitat or environment is called adaptation. So there is certain feature that help an organism to survive in the particular habitat or environment. So that particular feature, or the presence of particular feature or habits, we call it a adaptation. Different living organisms adapt to live in their surrounding in different ways. So now these animals, they adapt to live in their surrounding, and they have their different ways to survive. So they have developed their different habits and different organs, or different ways by which they can survive in their surrounding. Adaptations involve a combination of features such as shape, size, color, structure, and behavior. So adaptation involves the combination of development of such shape, size, color, structure, and behavior. So we can see the different shape and structure. So if we take an example of cactus, then the cactus have developed thorns. Instead of leaves, they have developed thorns to survive in the dry condition. So that is the example. So for example, a fish has the following adaptations. So let's see what are the different adaptations the fish has developed. Okay, first one is streamlined body shape, which helps movement in water. So they have developed streamlined shape. So streamlined body shape means body is narrow. So by looking at the picture, we can understand. So body is narrow in the front. So the front part of the fish is narrow, and the front part and the back part of the fish are narrow. So that is how they can move efficiently in water. So, and they are broad in the middle. So this structure of fish, we call it a streamlined structure or the streamlined body shape. So scales which protect the internal organs of fish. So fish also have scales which helps to protect the body of fish or the organs of fish in the water. The next adaptation is flat fins and tail, which help the fish to change direction while swimming. So the fish have flat fins and tails. So because of that flat fin and tails, this helps the fish to move or change the direction while swimming. Next adaptation that fish has developed is gills, which help the fish to use oxygen dissolved in water to breathe. So fish have developed gills, so which help them to respire in the water or to breathe inside the water. So with the help of gills, fish use oxygen dissolved inside in the water. So this is how the fish have developed their structure, their body, and their habit in order to survive in water. So these are all the adaptation of fish. Okay, so rest part of the topic we will continue in the next video.